Welcome to the A to Z of best Mame games.
Get around me and start biting and eating me alive.
Groovy.
It's the season of the witch, and this is a special episode from the A to Z of Mame. It's a Halloween edition. It's time to get your scare on. And we'll be looking at a few horror themed games this week. So let's get it on, Skeleton. And here is the first game I thought of when thinking of Halloween themed games. It's the granddaddy of all horror games. It's Ghouls'n Goblins from Capcom, and this is 1985. It's insanely difficult. You have to be on point with knowledge of the game and precision joystick and button movements, or you just die over and over again. It's very, very hard. It was ported to every home computer at the time, from ZX Spectrum up to Amiga. I used to own the ZX Spectrum version, and the difficulty was insane. Especially with the crappy joysticks we had to use at the time for home computers, and I was forced to use the keyboard for movement for more accuracy. And I definitely recommend Ghouls'n Goblins. And he's a fourth. He's Scott Bakula, really Dracula. Back in the day when zombie films were cult and niche, this is what we had to watch. Zombies fighting sharks. This is a clip from Zombie 2 or Zombie Flesh Eaters. You don't get this nowadays, do you? And here is the next game. You kill zombies in this game in the days when anything zombie themed was rare. So we loved it even more. It's House of the Dead from Sega, and this is 1996. In the days when most zombie films were trash, apart from the Romero films, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead, and Dan O'Bannon's Return of the Living Dead, which are still currently my favourite zombie films. But today I like Zombieland, Dawn of the Dead remake, Dead Snow, Wreck, the TV show The Walking Dead, and don't get all pedantic and bust your balls over this and say they are not zombies. I like 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, Demons 1 and 2, Shaun of the Dead, Fido, and I know they're supposed to be aliens but bad taste, and the other Peter Jackson movie, Brain Dead.
'Twas the night before Halloween, and all through the house not a creature was stirring except the four assholes coming in the rear in standard 2x2 cover formation.
And this is Night Slashers from Data East, 1994. And you are a crack team of zombie killing machines. So here we go. Getting off to a good start here. I love this bit. Yes, this game's similar to Final Fight, but with zombies. And you've got 3 characters to choose from, with their own varied movesets. It's not the higher tier of side-scrolling beat-em-ups like Simpsons, Turtles, Streets of Rage, Final Fight, but it's still pretty good. I like the music of this game. It's sweet. And here we'll see a Jason Voorhees lookalike again. Jason Voorhees lookalikes always seem to pop up quite regular in arcade games, and I'll always point it out every time, and if you watch the series you'll see a lot. And also what I like is the boss characters. You've got a middle level boss and then a big end of level boss, and the bosses are quite varied and they comprise of well known horror characters like Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, etc. Here's Pinocchio and his master. And yeah, the music's nice, the sprites and graphics are nice. It's quite a good game. I definitely recommend this one if you're a side-scrolling beat-em-up fan, and who isn't one? So come on people, get interactive, light up the comment section with all your favourite horror movies that you'll be watching over the Halloween season. I'd love to hear them. Plug yourself in, put your fingers in the USB slot and be part of it. Ooh, what's this? Scary.
Come here.
That was Bela Lugosi with a commanding performance as Dracula. Sends a tingle down your spine, that doesn't it? So let's mingle with the tingles. This is the next game. It's Darkstalkers 2, but called Night Warriors, or in Japan, Vampire Savior 2. Yes, and I've reviewed the first Darkstalkers in A to Z of Mame D. So if you want to check that out, check it out. It's practically the same game with a couple of added characters. This guy here, called Taliban, sorry. And it's basically Street Fighter Alpha level, but with different characters, and it's awesome. You must check this series of games out. Darkstalkers, Vampire Savior. Check it before you wreck it. Know what I'm saying? Peter Vincent versus Jerry Dandridge in Fright Night.
You have to have faith for that to work, Mr. Vincent. Remember?
And here's the sequel to Ghouls'n Goblins. It's Ghouls'n Ghosts. And yes, it's Capcom, and it's Space Year 1988. And the Genesis and the SNES received versions of Ghouls'n Ghosts, different to the arcade, and they're well worth a play. Definitely check those out. I loved the SNES version back in the day, and I did a review of the SNES version back in 2008. And there's the link at the top. Click on it if you want. Check the review out. It's back in the old days, old school Mitsubishi. 2008, I was wild and crazy. It's old school, fool. And note the music. It's a work of genius. It was written by a female Japanese composer called Ayako Mori. And the Ghost Goblin series progressed to 3D with Maximo, which is also a very good game. I love that game on the PS2. And you've got to check the series out. Most Def. Can you guess what game is coming next? The main character dons a hockey mask, and he takes massive influence from this guy. And no, that's not Tony Esposito from the Chicago Blackhawks. That's the guy of your nightmares. Ha 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 ha. Yes, you guessed it. It's Splatter House, 1998, and this is from Namco. And he's the mask. And this time he's a good guy. You find yourself in a dream world, reincarnated, brought back to life, and you have to fight things that are nasty and bad and evil and stuff, and you have to fight them with a very limited moveset. But the nice gimmick of this game is the weapons, and you can splatter the enemies against the wall and lop their heads off and stuff like that. And he's the Chainsaw Man, and he's desperate to take a piss. Please let me take a piss. There, just one last dribble there, one last shake of the snake. Then onto the Hall of Mirrors, where you fight your mirror image. And he just checks himself out in the mirror, checks his muscles. Looking good.
It's alive. It's alive. It's moving. It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Yes, it's Carnival. Let's have a look at this one. This is from Midway Games, and I reviewed this in A to Z of Mame. C. But let's take a look again at Carnival. And the gameplay speaks for itself. It's a lighting game. So let's talk about my favourite horror movies. My favourite horror movies are the Friday the 13th series, Jason's my guy, the Nightmare on Elm Street series, Freddy's also my guy, Evil Dead series, Bruce Campbell is the king, no doubt. And I also like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, 1, 2 and 3. 1's obviously the best, as with most series, but I like the others as well. Friday the 13th I like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. 7 would be good if it wasn't butchered by the MPAA. And I have a guilty pleasure with Manhattan and Jason X. The Halloween series I like 1, 2 and 3, and the others, they're pretty trash. H2O isn't bad. Nightmare on Elm Street, again, the first one's the best. Number 2 is garbage. 3 is pretty good. 4, 5 and 6 degrade in quality as the numbers go up, and as Freddy turns into a Gagmeister clown.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Barbara showing her excellent acting
Stop
skills
it.
here.
You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
He's ignorant.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny. Oh! No! No! Johnny! Help
Come in dispatch. Send for paramedics.
And this is Chile, an early light gun game. And the movie that was shown was Night of the Living Dead by George A. Romero. And for anyone that doesn't know, Night of the Living Dead is public domain. The makers don't own it. The distributors messed up the licensing deals and it became public domain. So you could basically show it on TV or remake it and not get charged a penny. But it is a classic and the inception of the modern zombie movie. So I would recommend checking it out to anybody. And that's it, that's the selection. And I've thrown in at the end, it's not an arcade game, but it's a free to download game. You can download it on your PC and play it free. Just go to the Tourodrome website, and I recommend this to any horror fan out there. So it's a 2D beat 'em up, Street Fighter style, and all the characters are well known horror movie buddies. It's well crafted, it looks good. All the backgrounds are reminiscent from scenes from the films, and it gets updated frequently. The makers put a lot of work into it, making all the specials, making all the moves. The new characters are added all the time. I definitely recommend this one. It's pretty fun, it's pretty cool, and it's free. So try it. And I'll play this out with the gameplay from Tourodrome. Goodbye. Happy Halloween!
Fight! Got what it takes. Fight!
Killer dog! Dog, fuck with the chuck!
That's the original part. Cut down your neck until I feel bone.
Name's Ash.
Fight!
Housewares. Klaatu, Miranda. Whoa.
I'm history.
Smell exquisite stench.